Welcome to your daily focus for March the 5th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I truly do send it right back to you. So the 5th. That's the Hierophant. That's tapping into your sage wisdom, knowing that you already have the knowledge, the wisdom, the expertise to go forward in your next steps. It could be very much about travel, romance, creativity. If we add up the numerology for the day, March the 5th, 2020, we would come to a 12, and that's the Hangman. The Hangman is, accept what you have to work with, what's around you right now. Don't worry about what you need going forward into the future. What can you do today with your resources, what you have? Your talents, your abilities, your personality, the unique you, and how you can move forward in some way, some step. And not going against the flow. We have to be very careful. The Hangman energy is not going against the flow, it's going with the flow. It's allowing yourself to be in the moment and experience the moment rather than pushing your thoughts towards the past or the future, and to be in the moment. The Hangman is also about giving up control in maybe an area of your life where you don't necessarily have to have that control, or you need that control in order to move forward. In fact, it weighs you down, it burdens you in some way, it takes away your energy or your time or your resources. So pay attention to those kinds of things. If we go the 1 plus 2, it is the 3, it is the Empress. It is the child within. It is about creating, birthing an idea, a thought, a hope, a dream, a goal, a desire. Sun is in Pisces, so we want to, it's not a do kind of energy usually when the sun is in Pisces. It's more of a thought, dreamscape. Moon will be in Cancer for the entire day, I believe, so it's about being grounded, finding out where we feel grounded, noticing it. How can we incorporate that more into our lives going forward? It could be about home and family, absolutely. And that feeling of, the balance, the peace of mind that you get within home and family. And does that match what you want to feel, or is it chaotic? And how do we address the chaotic in order to bring in a peace of mind into our lives? We've just had Venus move into Taurus, so sensual love, passion, absolutely. Grounding. And we may, we may be looking at things that we love, that we want in our life as possessions. Okay, it could be possessions. So look at your possessions today, and what really has value, true value for you. What brings you joy when you use it or when you look at it. Mercury retrograde has gone into Aquarius, thinking outside the box, unique thoughts. Absolutely. Conversations that open up your mind to exploring new possibilities, new ways of doing, being, becoming. And remember, we don't talk too much about Mars these days, but Mars is still in Capricorn. And we'll have Mars in Capricorn the entire month to utilize that. Now, Mars wants to go forward, but since it's in Capricorn, we need strategy, we need purpose, we need planning, we need goals. So make sure that you are, take 5 minutes, piece of paper, a couple of bullet points on a goal, a dream, a desire, and maybe a first or second step written in on how to go forward today, how to step into that opportunity today. Because when Mars is in Capricorn, it is a beautiful time to really look at the steps we want to take and how to actually implement them into our lives. Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, okay. First of all, thank you. Thank you for your prayers that you keep going for my mom. Okay, she's starting to walk with a walker. You know, she's going to be 91 at the end of the month. My goodness, bless her heart. She's a tough lady. Tough cookie, I tell you. You know, if you're new, she is 90. I was her caregiver for about 25 years. My dad was blind the last decade or so of his life, and then after that, you know, there needed to be somebody to mow the lawn and shovel the driveway in the winter, and take her for groceries and take her for doctor's appointments, and you know, just be her companion. Take her to, you know, she loved going to church, so taking her to church, out for dinner, out for coffees, or sit around and just talk at her house. But unfortunately, it became a little bit too much for me as the dementia set in. Um, so did the responsibility that I had to have for her, and you know, I work like 50 hours a week, and then I do my YouTube thing on top of that, and um, it got to be too much. So I took her to a place, and it took me 24 hours of driving in order to get her to this place. And she has been loved unconditionally by so many people. She always has 2 or 3 visitors every day. So they've moved her into the manor now. They call it the manor. They don't call it a senior's home or an old age home. It's the manor. Um, and she's experiencing so much joy and so much happiness, but now, and she had that series of strokes, right, and that's really why we had to um, put her in placement, because now she became even more of a burden for the people that she was living with. um, so she lost the left side of her body. Really, it was her face, it was her arm, it was her leg. And usually when a 90-year-old woman experiences that kind of trauma to her body when she's 90, the outcome is pretty bleak. And you guys, you know, you sent your healing and your love and your prayers, and thank you for that. And the power of prayer, she got her speech back, she got her arm back. They have done numerous tests on her. There's no chance of another stroke appearing. And but we couldn't get her leg. It was like a phantom, the opposite of a phantom leg, I guess. So her brain forgot to send the signal so that she could walk. She had the strength in her leg, but the brain forgot to send the signal. It forgot how to. And so people have been working with her. Um, we haven't, you know, given up on her, and now she's starting to walk with a walker. So thank you so much. My daughter-in-law is en route to the hospital as we speak. She had a day surgery that should have been 2 or 3 hours tops in the hospital, maybe, you know, 6 hours tops in the hospital, and ended up into a 3-day stay. um, Surgeries again. They found out she was bleeding internally. Now she's having problems again. She's going back. My goodness. So keep her in your prayers as well. I do appreciate it. You do make a difference. The power of prayer. I totally believe in it. Look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles back again today. The Ace of Pentacles has been showing up quite a bit since this new moon, hasn't it? Saying that something will arrive on your path to move you forward in the way you want. It's almost like a gift before you earn it from the universe, from God, your angels, your spirit guides, showing you that you can go forward if you so desire. Now it's up to us to grab that opportunity or that gift and utilize it for our benefit. All they can do is put it on our path. So go with the flow today. See what shows up in your life. Maybe it's a new friend. Maybe it's an old friend coming back in. Maybe it's an item that you need. Maybe it's a car or clothing, or, you know, and it becomes something that you can afford where you couldn't afford it before. Perhaps it's money that comes in. Maybe it's some kind of time that comes in that opens up for you. Maybe it's a boost in your energy in some way. But something comes in. Maybe it's just something within your spirituality to give you more faith in you that you are deserving, that you can go forward. We have the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is a little bit about pulling back, and it doesn't surprise me when the sun is in Pisces that we kind of get that Chariot energy to say, okay, really think it through. Where do you want to go? What steps do you want to take? Where is your focus? Where does it need to be? What path is the straightest? So we kind of pull back on those horses a little bit. We pull them into doing what we are the alpha. We are the we're the alpha dog. When it comes to those horses, they need to listen to us. So we can't allow people to come into our life right now and disrupt ourselves any more than is necessary, pulling us off our path, getting us to work on their agenda rather than our own, focusing on their goals, their dreams, their desires, rather than on ours. Stay away from the drama, stay away from the water cooler and the gossip. It leads nowhere. Okay. Start talking about who you are and where you're going and what you are creating. And maybe it's just a private conversation with yourself. Maybe it's with God, your angels, your spirit guides. Maybe it's with a best friend or a partner. And the sun. Strong cards again. The sun. Now, everybody, when they look at this, they see the sun and they see the light touching our fingertips there, and they think, wow, that sun is bright. And actually, the light is coming from you. You raise your energy in some way today, or you raise your knowledge. I would think knowledge, because we have the 5 for March the 5th. I would think it'd be knowledge more than anything else, because that is the Hierophant energy. But in saying that, the 5 is also about play and romance and creativity and travel. But we see, we couldn't see that pathway before. It was dark in that area. We're raising our energy, we're raising our light, and we're seeing where we are capable, where we can step forward, where there is a new beginning awaiting us. Now, the mature sunflowers there represent your knowledge, your wisdom, your talents, your abilities, and how you have developed them to this point. What you have learned, what you have done, what you have said, all becomes a part of this new path going forward for us. So get a little excited. I mean, it is beautiful energy today, isn't it? Oh, and know that you are on my prayer list every single day. I do pray for you. If I see comments about people that are close to you that are having difficult times, I put them in my prayers. The universe is big enough to fulfill my every intent, and the universe is big enough to fulfill your every intent. How determined are you? How focused are you? How much do you believe that you deserve? Okay, a lot of people just don't feel that they deserve, that they have the talent, the ability, the personality in order to go forward in the way they want, or they don't deserve that they should have abundance in their life, or true love in their life, or good health in their life. In some way, people feel that they're being almost punished. No, you're not being punished. You really are not being punished. And if you feel that you are being punished, then ask for forgiveness. Ask for healing. It will arrive, and say thank you when it does. The universe is big enough to fulfill your every intent. There is more than enough to go around, which is why it amazes me that people are still homeless and hungry on this planet of ours. The universal manager has the ability to bring everybody a vibrational match to what they are giving their attention to without depriving anyone else of what they are wanting. So, just a little bit of a vibrational match to what they are putting their attention to. If you're putting your attention to the lack of money or good health or love, spirituality, if you are putting your attention on the not you don't have, or you can't have, rather than bringing it into your existence. You know, if you have so much as one coin, okay, get that coin out and put it in front of you and say, thank you, I have money. Thank you for all the money I have. It is more than enough to sustain me. Thank you. And money flows to me easily. I am a money magnet. I am deserving of abundance, of happiness, of joy. When you start saying these little things to yourself, your brain can't tell fact from fiction, okay? Your brain starts to believe that you have enough money. It raises your energy. It brings you to opportunities where you can create more money, because your brain is like, we have enough money. We have enough money coming in. We got to keep it that way. How do we keep it that way? Well, let's do this now. Let's do that now. Let's go and ask for that promotion. But believe in yourself as well. Believe that you are deserving, that you are capable, that you are strong. And get your focus on what you want to come into your life, because we start out with the first card of the universe is wanting to gift you something based on your intention, your vibrational intention. So what are you asking for? New Moon Affirmations. I Love Me meditation. I have links in wherever the box shows up for you. Get a stack of Post-it notes. Write down a few things that you really want to start saying for your own personal journey going forward on a daily basis. Start writing them down. Start saying them. And yes, the words alone won't matter really if you don't put an intent behind them, if you don't put an action behind them. But let's start saying the words at least. Let's get into the practice of telling ourselves that we are walking in that direction. And you will find it much easier to start walking in that direction. Go ahead, prove me wrong. But research it. And I'm not talking about even all the spiritual pages that are out there telling us to connect with our heart center, and we could go on and on. Check out the scientific studies that they are accomplishing these days on thought, intent, gratitude. Our animal of the day is giggle. Well, with the 5 energy, yes, giggle. The deer comes out to say giggle, laugh, celebrate. Celebrate who you are. Raise your energy just by giggling, by laughing. It actually is a thing that you can do that will raise it, is you just sit there, and you may want to do this in the privacy of your own home, because people may decide that you might be more suited to a little rubber room if you do this in public. But just giggle, fake it, and just just giggle. Just giggle. And it raises your energy. You will feel a shift within your body. Check out your heart center all of a sudden. It's feeling lighter already with a couple of little giggles. So do that for 2 or 3 minutes. Just sit there and giggle. And you will be amazed at how it flips your energy into happiness, into joy. And now we have the vibration up. Now what's your intent? Let's say it to God, our angels, our spirit guides. And let them have a gift appear for you to move you forward in the direction you want to go. That's what the energy is about. And yes, pull back on those reins and really think it through. What do I truly want going forward? Not what my next door neighbor wants or what that advertisement told me I should have. What do I truly want? Giggle, laugh, smile, comedy, fun, and play. Live and work, but do not forget to play. And have fun in life and really, really enjoy it. Deer tells you to giggle. He feels that your laughter has been stifled by life's difficulties and pain. Smiling is a start, and oftentimes giggles follow. Giggling is something we notice with young children. And we do... Oh, do we have anything with the 3 energy? The 3 energy is all about the inner child. Giggling is something that we notice with young children as part of their natural existence. Adults tend to lose their silliness and amusement at life because of the burden of pain. But by being childlike and giggling, there is a release of stress. An essential part of your daily life should include smiles, laughs, humor, and giggles. Read, tell a joke, turn on a comedy. Before you know it, the giggles will become natural to you. Don't worry about the judgment from others. Well, you don't want to just be walking down the street and start giggling, okay? But yeah, you know what? People have said to me, it's happened on more than one occasion. Why are you always smiling? Why are you always so happy? Why wouldn't I want to be? Why am I going to try and seek out the negative to bring down my energy when I can naturally? And I've been doing it for years. So if, it takes years, it takes practice. You've got to start with day one. Absolutely. So make this your day one to have more positive experiences, joy come into your life. And when those hard moments hit me in my life, I can take them with a natural flow. It doesn't bog me down. It doesn't weigh me down in the way that I see so many anxieties and fears weigh down and bog down other people in the world. I seem to be able to move through it with a little bit more of an ease, with a grace, and get to the giggles again. And that's not to say to ignore your feelings. I mean, when I'm sad, I allow myself a good cry. Absolutely. I do not want to bottle that up because one day it'll come out, and probably when I don't want it to. Create a playful environment at work or at home, but know that you cannot make somebody be motivated. That comes from within in each individual person. So you just plant the seed and you water it. Water it daily and remember to fertilize and watch those blooms appear. Spend more time with those who make you smile and laugh and less with those who make you sad. Surrounding yourself with happy people creates a happy life. The world can be changed. Your world can be changed, and it's as simple as smiling at someone who looks sad. Waving in a car that is having a difficult time turning. Offering a hug to a perfect stranger who's having a bad day, making small talk with the cashier who looks depressed. Some may call it pay it forward or a random act of kindness. Some call it a normal part of their day. What happens is that with each of these acts, it creates a ripple effect that raises the vibration of the universe. And it starts with you. So what if everybody on the planet just started giggling for 5 minutes at 9:05 tomorrow morning? What would happen to the energy? What kind of healing would happen? What kind of, healing? Healing in relationships, within your personal life, within family settings and environments. What if each one of us took the time to add just a little bit more joy into our daily routines, our experiences? Raise your energy today. Raise your energy so that you can affirm what you truly want to come into your life, and then expect a gift from God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, source, to move you in that exact direction that you affirmed. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.